guys, continuing with our place value review, I'm in the assignment titled Place Value Review in your Google Classroom, and today I'm on slide 5. And this time we are comparing digits in whole numbers, and if you can't remember what this fancy word comparing is, if you think about the comparing is like the gator that I mentioned in our lesson, the hungry gator likes to eat the big number. Okay, so it says in which number does the underlying digit have more value? So we're looking for the biggest number, the biggest one that the hungry gator is going to want to eat. The first thing I do is I plug in my numbers in a place value chart. I have mine digital here. You'll probably have to draw one out. I could probably share this with you. Okay, so I'm going to plug in this number, and I always start in the ones. So I'm going to start with 7 ones, 4 tens, and 5 hundreds. So I have 7 ones, 4 tens, and 5 hundreds. Okay, and then underneath that one, I'm going to plug in the second one. I have 3,758. I'm starting with the ones. I have 8, 5, 7, 3. 8, 5, 7, 3. Okay, I'm looking for the biggest number. And the underlying digit in these numbers is 5. Okay, so I'm looking to see which 5 is bigger. Well, I've got a 500. I'm just looking at the number and then the column it's in. So this 5 is 5 hundredths, but this 5 is 5 tens. And I know anytime I move over to the next column to the left, it's multiplied by 10, which means hundreds is bigger than tens. I would rather have $500 instead of $50, okay? So in our case, the 547 is bigger, the 5 here is bigger than this 5 right here. So I'm going to click one of these circles. I'm going to hold my mouse down, and I'm going to drag it up until it circles this one. I know this is a little confusing because in all reality, the gator would want to eat this number right here because he's 3,000 and this is only 500. But we have to remember the assignment instructions. It wants me to find the most value in the underlying digit. So because the 5 in this one is in the hundreds and the 5 in this one is in the tens, this one is the one I'm going to circle. I know that's confusing, but let's try some more, okay? So the next one right here, I've got 64,219. So I'm just going to plug that in, starting with my ones. 9, 1, 2, 4, 6. And then underneath, I'm going to plug in the second number. Ooh, I might have to come back for this. And so 973, 973. 126. Oops. 9, 7, 3, 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 6. So guys, when we were comparing where the gator eats the bigger number, I would automatically know that this bottom number is larger and the gator would eat this one because the 6 is in the hundred thousands. However, in this assignment, we are looking for the largest number for the underlying digit. So we are looking at the 6 in this case. So, like I said, that kind of worked out actually. This 6 is in the hundred thousands, but this 6 is in the 10,000s. And I know if I come over to the left, it's multiplied by 10, and I would rather have 600,000 cookies instead of 60,000 cookies. So in this case, the bottom number is our bigger one with the underlying digit. So I'm going to take my circle and I'm going to circle this one. Let's do one more. I'm plugging in, this one's 89, so I'm starting with the ones, which is a 9, and the tens is an 8. My second one is 7,298, so 8927, 8927. When I think of place value, I always think I'm working backwards because I start on the right and read left. Okay, so we are looking at the underlying digit of 8. Which 8 has a greater value? So let's take a look. Our first 8 is in the tens, and our second 8 is in the ones. So I know I'd rather have $80 instead of $8. So my underlined value with the 8, the biggest one is this 89. So I'm going to drag this circle over here. If some of you are confused on this, the nice thing about having place value charts is we can use these two columns here. So I could go ahead and expand this so that you could see. So let's do that. So to show you that the reason this 8 is bigger than this one is because I would plug in this 8 right here, and then I'd put the 0 after him because I have to hold the place value. Now when I plug in this 8 right here, he's got no zeros because there's no digits behind him. So in reality, this says 80 when this one just says 8. And you can see 80 is bigger than 8.